Hey there, guys. So today we have another review, and this is a beer from Moody Brewing. They're from Chicago, and this is a pretty interesting beer. This is their Caramelized Chocolate Churro Baltic Porter. It's a Baltic Porter that comes in at, I believe, 7%. 7%. And Moody Tongue, apparently their philosophy is, quote unquote, on the website, they call it a culinary brewing. I guess it's the combination of replicating foods and using ingredients from food into beer. And this beer specifically, I believe, has vanilla beans and cinnamon. So if you guys don't already know, a churro is sort of it's pretty much a fried donut in a long form, covered in sugar and cinnamon. And they generally serve it with hot chocolate. So wonderful dessert. You get that crispy, fluffy donut with the sugar wrapped around it and the chocolate. Very curious to see how this beer replicates that. You know, it's always exciting to see interesting ingredients put into beer, and this one I've never heard of, the idea of trying to imitate a churro. But yeah, let's see. Beer pours out a nice dark black color. Out of the bottle, it's a dark brown. But yeah, very nice head on that. Let's get the aroma. I get a wonderful sweetness throughout. It definitely has a caramel note. Smells like a toffee caramel candy. Reminds me a little bit of Dino S'mores with that intense sweetness and the vanilla coming through. There you go. It is caramel, vanilla, a little bit of milk chocolate. I'm not getting the cinnamon, but I am getting, again, this intense Dino S'mores like marshmallowy kind of flavor, a lot of vanilla. It almost smells artificial to me, as if they put an artificial flavoring in here. As I dig deeper, I'm getting a little bit of spicy bitterness. Not purely cinnamon, but I imagine, not obviously cinnamon, but it has a depth to it. So yeah, cheers. It's quite nice. What I notice is that this is a very medium to medium minus roasted malt quality. Has a very not a rich, robust kind of porter. Think of something like Founders Imperial as being Founders Porter as being something a little bit more rich and chocolatey and roasty. This one, on the other hand, is a lot lighter than that. Really drinks more like a 5 to 6% stout for that reason. But I still get that kind of big pop of vanilla up front. Really, again, I get this similar profile from Dino S'mores. If you guys have had that beer, and I previously have reviewed it. It has a almost cocoa chocolate, not a milk chocolate, not a dark chocolate, just a really light, watered down hot chocolate / watered down hot cocoa kind of flavor throughout. Yeah, vanilla swirling around. Really not getting the cinnamon. Maybe on the back end, it has a little bit of a lactose kind of creaminess. I don't believe this is a milk stout, but it has that kind of characteristic. So again, be familiar with something like a left-hand stout or another milk stout. Has that kind of flavor too. Yeah, again, there you go. With that kind of light roastiness or medium to minus roastiness, it reminds me almost, again, of a milk stout with vanilla addition. Not much to say. Other than that aggressive vanilla flavor and that kind of cocoa, slight roasted malt kind of quality, there's not much to say about this beer. At 7%, I would say I'm disappointed. It definitely does not sell itself as a quote-unquote caramelized chocolate churro. Not getting the cinnamon flavor. I'm just not getting the richness of a churro either. Nor does it has the sweetness of a churro. A churro has sugar covered around it and doesn't really have that kind of caramelized sweetness or a sugary sweetness. Again, really light on the roasted malt quality. I can imagine this beer being awesome at, 9% maybe, and then just having those additions be a bit more aggressive, on the roasted malt quality. But right now, this is, a slight disappointment. As for rating this, as for me, a 7% or 7% vanilla milk stout, 86. Yeah, let's go 85. It's fine. Not too much to say about it. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.